In this lesson, you'll learn how to play The Gambler using your choice of 3 beautiful fingerpicking patterns. We're going to play this song using 3 easy chords. And if you wish to play the key change, then I'll show you how to do that as well. Now let's start with a quick look at our chord shapes, and then we'll move right into our 3 patterns and how each of them sounds with both low and high G tuning. The 3 chords that we'll use in this song are G, C, and D. For our G chord, we have our index and middle fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 3 and 1, and our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now to go from G to C, we can either place down our pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, or going from G to C, we can move our ring finger to the 3rd fret of the 1st string. I tend to use my pinky more in this song because it makes for a faster chord transition. Then for our D chord, we're going to place our index, middle, and ring fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. Now let's take a look at our 3 patterns. Each of our patterns covers 4 beats, and pattern 1 is a Travis picking pattern. Here's how this pattern sounds on a C chord at a slow tempo. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We'll start this pattern by picking strings 4 and 1 together with our thumb and middle finger. Then we'll pick string 3 with our thumb, string 2 with our index finger, back to string 4 with our thumb, down to string 1 with our middle finger, and then we'll finish on string 3 with our thumb. So to play this pattern, your thumb will go back and forth between strings 4 and 3. Now here are 2 other options for your picking hand for this Travis picking pattern. Travis picking is named after Merle Travis, and he used to use only his thumb and index finger for picking. So if we do this, we'll use our thumb on strings 4 and 3, and our index finger on strings 1 and 2. So here's how this would look. And a third option, for those of you who like to use all 4 fingers, is to cover strings 4 down to 1 with your thumb, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger. And here's how this pattern sounds at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how pattern 1 sounds with high G tuning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And at a faster tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's look at pattern 2, still on a C chord at a slow tempo. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We start this pattern on string 4 with our thumb, then string 2 with our middle finger, string 3 with our index finger, down to string 1 with our ring finger, then back to string 2 with our middle finger, and finishing on string 3 with our index finger. Here's how this pattern sounds at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how pattern 2 sounds with high G tuning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And next we have pattern 3. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We'll play this pattern by picking strings 4 down to 1 with our thumb, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger, and then we'll go back to the 4th string to pick strings 4, 3, and 2. And here's pattern 3 at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how pattern 3 sounds with high G tuning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're enjoying my lessons, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. Let me know what other songs you'd like to learn, and please give this video a thumbs up as it really helps to support my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I'm Lara. I'm a musician, a composer, and a ukulele teacher, and I hope you have fun exploring my song tutorials and fingerstyle arrangements for all levels. If you're interested in downloading my song sheets, tabs, or songbooks, you'll find them all on Patreon. The link is in the video description. Now that we've covered our patterns, let's look at how to apply them to the song. All of the chords throughout this song are held for 4 beats each. So to apply our patterns, we'll use any of our patterns one time on each chord. Now let's take a look at lines 1 and 2 of verse 1 as an example, counting out the rhythm using each of our 3 patterns. Let's begin with pattern 1, starting on our G chord at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And pattern 1 with high G tuning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now pattern 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And pattern 2 with high G tuning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now pattern 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And pattern 3 with high G tuning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move through the rest of the song, applying patterns 1, 2, or 3 one time on each chord. And when we get to our final G chord at the end of the final chorus, instead of playing a pattern, here I like to pick all 4 strings. Next, we'll take a look at an optional key change. Now we're playing this song in the key of G, And the easiest way to play the chords is to stay in the key of G for the entire song. But for an additional challenge, and if you'd like to play the key change, then starting in verse 4, you'll change to the key of G sharp. There are two ways that we can do this, so let's take a look. The first way is to put a capo on the first fret. This moves our nut up 1/2 step, and then we can play our chord shapes the same way using our capo as the nut. Now if you don't have a capo, or you don't want to put it on in the middle of the song, then the other way to play the key change is to form G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp chord shapes. There are various options for forming shapes for these three chords, and I wouldn't call any of them easy. However, I think these particular chord shapes lead to the easiest transitions between the three chords. First we have G sharp. For this chord, we're going to bar the 3rd fret across all 4 strings with our index finger. And then we'll add our middle finger to the 4th fret of the 2nd string and our ring finger to the 5th fret of the 4th string. To go from G sharp to C sharp, we're going to move our index finger and our ring finger up 1 fret. So now our index finger is covering the 4th fret across all 4 strings, and our ring finger is covering the 6th fret of the 4th string. And we'll place down our middle finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Now going back to our G sharp chord, to go from G sharp to D sharp, we'll lift up our middle and ring fingers, keeping our index finger in place, and we'll place our pinky down on the 6th fret of the 1st string. So as we transition between G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp, we'll continue to bar all 4 strings with our index finger, moving back and forth between the 3rd fret and the 4th fret. Next we're moving into our play along, where I'll play and sing through the entire song, and you can play along with me. Now feel free to choose just one of the patterns and use it for the whole song. I'm going to alternate between our 3 patterns, and I'm also going to move back and forth between low and high G tuning, so you can hear how both tunings sound when applied to the song. 5, 6, 7, 8. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows gambler, he broke even, but in his final words I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold, know when to fold, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done. I hope you enjoy learning these beautiful finger picking patterns to play the gambler. Have fun practicing, and thanks for watching.